Toby's new whistle. It was a bright sunny day on the island of Sodor. All the engines chuffed cheerfully. Everyone was smiling. Everyone except Toby. Toby was at the steamworks. Toby's bell had stopped working. It was covered in rust and didn't clang and chime anymore. It had to stay in the steamworks to be cleaned. So Toby was very sad. Victor didn't have another bell for Toby, so he had to be fitted with a new steam whistle.
Come on, you've already solved it once. Less than a minute ago you solved this puzzle. Do it again, please. 1 minute ago. Less than 1 minute ago you solved this puzzle. Now you're having problems. Go on.
Toby thought the new whistle felt very strange. It was much bigger than his old bell. He was worried.
Bean counter said I couldn't fire a man just for being in a wheelchair. Did it anyway. Ramps are expensive.
Chuffed into the steamworks with the fat controller.
Oh, that felt really good. Oh, here's an idea. Since making tests is so difficult, why don't you just keep solving?
I'm telling them, keep your pants on.
Okay, I'll take that as a no then. Fine. Well, may the best man win. Sphere. May the best sphere. There we go. I wanted to talk to you for a moment, if I may. I'll be honest, the death traps have been a bit of a failure so far for both of us. I think you'll agree. And you are getting very close to my lair.
Toby, you must go to Knapford and collect Lady Hat. She's waiting, so don't be late.
You are fired!
So Toby chuffed off to Knapford Station with his new 3-chime steam whistle.
I've been thinking. When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade. Make life take the lemons back. Get mad! I don't want your damn lemons!
Then an idea flew into Toby's funnel.
Oh, in case you got covered in that repulsion gel, here's some advice the lab boys gave me. Do not
This
get
made
covered in the
Toby
repulsion
feel
gel.
much happier. Toby steamed slowly through Sodor. Gordon huffed and puffed impatiently behind him.
Demand to see life's manager. Make life rue the day it thought it could give Cave Johnson lemons. Do you know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your house down with the lemons.
Later, some cows were on the tracks in front of Toby. He couldn't puff past them.
For this next test, we put nanoparticles in the gel. In layman's terms, that's a billion little gizmos.
But the cows didn't take any notice of Toby. They didn't move. They were too busy mooing and chewing. Toby knew what he needed to do. He needed to blow his new steam whistle. But Toby was scared.
Now, maybe you don't have any tumors. Well, don't worry. If you sat on a folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants, we took care of that too.
Another idea flew into Toby's funnel.
Just a heads up, that coffee we gave you earlier had fluorescent calcium in it.
So Toby reversed down the track to find help. Some farm workers were working in the field.
Good news is the lab boys say the symptoms of asbestos poisoning show a median latency of 44 point...
Farm workers didn't hear Toby. Toby blew steam and rattled his rods. But the farm workers still didn't hear Toby. They were too far away.
Thank you. I can't believe I'm thanking these people.
Toby knew he should use his new steam whistle, but he was still too scared.
All right, test's over. You can head on back to your
So
desk.
Toby puffed on. Somewhere he had to find help. But Toby couldn't find anybody to help him. So he huffed back to the cows.
Brain mapping. Artificial intelligence. We should have been working on it.
But the cows hadn't gone back to their field. They were still mooing and chewing all over the tracks.
I don't want your damn lemon!
Toby tried to biff them with his cowcatcher, but they still wouldn't move.
The testing area is just up ahead. The quicker you get through, the quicker you'll get your $60.
Then there was trouble. Toby heard a noise that made his wheels wobble.
Carolyn, are the compensation vouchers ready? Hey, listen up down there. That thing's called an elevator.
The engine steamed round the corner. It was Thomas. Thomas was racing like the wind. His firebox was fuming and his boiler was burning brightly.
Let me answer those questions with a question. Who wants to make 60? If you've cut yourself at all in the course of these tests, you...
Toby closed his eyes. His firebox flared and steam blew into his new 3-chime steam whistle. It was the loudest whistle anyone had ever heard on Sodor.
What was that?
Welcome back. While you were dead, I reworked the cartoon. It's up on the screen. You should see yourselves right now.
Thomas heard the 3-chime steam whistle.
Oh no! No! Where'd you go? Come back!
Applied his brakes. Thomas screeched and skidded. Sparks flew and tracks trembled. Toby didn't dare look.
1. No portal surfaces. 2. Start the neurotoxin immediately.
Felt very proud.
They say great science is built on the shoulders of giants. Not here. At Aperture, we do all our science...
Thomas was proud of his friend Toby. Together with their whistles and wheesh, Toby and Thomas moved the cows from the track. Then, Toby remembered Lady Hat.
Now you, test subject, you're doing fine. If you're hearing this, it means you're taking a long time on the catwalks between tests. The lab boys say that might be a fear reaction.
Ah, bless your little primate brain. Okay, to clarify, I was being a little bit facetious.
Thomas and Toby huffed and puffed towards Knapford Station. Suddenly, the Fat Controller arrived. He was very cross.
Toby, Lady Hat waited for a very long time. Now Gordon is taking her home.
Toby was upset. He knew he hadn't been a really useful engine.
If you need to go to the bathroom after this next series...
Then Toby stopped. He saw something ahead.
All right, we're working on a little teleportation experiment. Now, this doesn't work with all skin types, so try to remember which skin is yours.
Oh, no!
Now, if you're part of control group Kepler-7, we employ...
Toby bubbled his boiler and pumped his pistons. He blew his 3-chime steam whistle as loudly and as boomingly as he could. Gordon heard Toby's whistle. He applied his brakes and screeched to a halt.
Ha! I like your style. You make up your own rules, just like me. I'm no psychiatrist, but coming from a bunch of eggheads who wouldn't recognize the thrill of danger... They didn't fly into space, storm a beach, or bring back the gold. No, sir, we did. It's you and me against the world.
5,000-point penalty.
Toby couldn't have felt more proud.
Here we go. Now, do it again.
Toby was back at the steamworks. His little bell was ready. It glistened and gleamed as if it were brand new. Toby was happy.
Since making test participation mandatory for all employees...
Victor and Kevin had heard the news that Toby had saved Thomas and Gordon.
Can't help but notice that you're not coming back, which is disappointing. Oh, just thinking back to the old times, the old...
We're not going to release this stuff into the wild until it's good.
days when we were friends, good old friends, not enemies.
Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better...
Whoa! Check me out, partner. Whoa! Would you look at this? Not too bad, eh? Giant robot, massive. It's not just me, right? I am bloody massive, aren't I? We did it! I'm in control of the whole facility now. Oh, right, yeah, the escape lift, I'll call it now. Look how small you are down there. I can barely see you. Very tiny and insignificant.
I don't want you to beat yourselves up about this, but the results auditor isn't recording your test results. Because you're not human, which when you think about it, is technically your fault. I don't want to alarm either of you, but we might have a tiny problem. Apparently you can't test unless you're human. Well, you can. It's just that results-wise, the physical universe doesn't care.
They say great science is built on the shoulders of giants. Not here. At Aperture, we do all our science from scratch. No hand-holding.
Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. We are currently experiencing technical difficulties due to circumstances of potentially apocalyptic significance beyond our control.